Alright, what is going on? I know it's been a minute since I made a video, but I wanted to make one today and make it up to you guys. So today, as you all know that I'm a gamer, I'm going to be talking about the, up and coming Sucker Punch title that's coming out this Friday on July 17th, which is Ghost of Tsushima. So Ghost of Tsushima is set in 1274 through 1281 in the historic times of the Mongolian invasion of Japan in 1274 through 1281 in the 13th century. So this is basically actually a real thing that happened. So if you know this whole entire historic event, then I don't really have to explain it that much. But for the people who don't know, in 1274, it was the first invasion of feudal Japan or Tsushima Island that the Mongolians pretty much invaded their home. And it happened twice. So there was a first invasion and there was a second invasion. And both invasions ended on what the Japanese would call this great storm of like a kamikaze or a typhoon. So basically a typhoon in the brink of two invasions took out the Mongolians armies, forces, boats, and everything. And that's what led to Japan basically winning the battles against the Mongolians. But in the game, because I'm going to be basically talking about what's in the game, but in the game, um, still the same setting, still the same plot. But instead of, if you know about the Khans like Genghis Khan and Kublai Khan and all the other Khans, there's another character named, he's a fictional character by the way, but there's a character named Khotan Khan. So Khotan Khan is basically on the brink of invading Tsushima Island, in which he does, if you've seen the trailer, and he is basically in the home of Tsushima Island. He's killing folks, burning down villages, do whatever it takes to uh, gain more troops, and basically trying to get what he wants out of Tsushima Island. And there's another character in a trailer that he's talking to um, the protagonist in the game, which is Jin Sakai. So Jin Sakai was a samurai trained by his uncle, who was pretty much the lord or the emperor of Tsushima Island, is Lord Shimura. So Lord Shimura is basically his uncle, who basically trained Jin Sakai as a boy into a man to be this great swordsman and a great samurai. And I think I could basically tell you in one of the trailers what his uncle was basically telling him. So basically, he's explaining what is the samurai all about. If you know about the Bushido Code, and he's basically saying, when you're going to take out another enemy's life, you look them in the eye with courage and respect, because this is what makes a samurai. So as far as like the Bushido Code or the Code of the Samurai, you serve an emperor, you fight with honor, and you die with honor. And you respect your opponent, which means you respect yourself if you bow to them, because obviously you're honoring the person's death, or you're basically respecting the person that you're going up against. So it's sort of a respect thing. And this is where everything kind of like changes for Jin Sakai. Because as Kodan Khan is invading the island of Tsushima, is which his uncle and Jin also resides at, Khotan Khan invades the island while he's killing people, and he captures Jin Sakai in one of the trailers. And he's basically telling him all of these things that he knows. He's basically telling him, as Jin was training all of his life, because this is basically what he was training for, he's basically learned a lot of things. So he's learned about the Japanese, their language, their traditions, their beliefs, like literally almost everything, because Khotan Khan has been preparing for this day of the invasion. Not just like Japan, but other places that they were trying to invade as well. But in this specific trailer, he's basically telling him, hey, if you and your people give up, I will finally, I will give you guys peace. Which Jin Sakai says to him, no, I'm not going to give you. I'm not going to give up my people. I'm not going to surrender. I'm not gonna serve you. So, this is also in another trailer in which his uncle and himself were trying to defend their home. I guess this was the first time that they were invading Tsushima. Because I think in the beginning of the game, if this starts, this is going to be like a long process of how they invade. So in the actual one of, in one of the trailers, while they're trying to defend their home when it's I believe the first invasion, they were on the brink of destruction, and a lot of samurai forces or a lot of forces on their end died. And so it had said that Jin Sakai had died on the beach. Sure enough, in the actual trailer, it shows that Jin Sakai didn't die. He survived somehow. And now, as he survived, he finally realizes that this is kind of a different enemy that he's going up against. So he's gonna have he has to kind of like change everything about him, everything about his fighting style, or his techniques, pretty much everything. So he's transitioning in himself into what he called is the ghost, or the legend of the ghost that's gonna become or be when you're playing the game. So the ghost is basically his whole different persona, is his whole different man that has to adapt to his new environment and learn new skills, new moves, new tricks, and new ways to defeat his enemy, which is the Mongolians, because he's never faced up against such a such an enemy such as this. And now, when you remember earlier when I was talking about the Bushido code, how he should be following as a samurai, he's now slightly, in a sense, dishonoring his code and dishonoring his people. And it makes him believe his uncle is just believing like you're doing all of these injustice things or these wrong things that doesn't suit you to who you actually are as a samurai. Because if you go down this path, you're not going to be better than the Mongols, which is he's right. It's true, but you have to understand, Jin has to do whatever it takes to defend his home. Whatever he has to sacrifice, whatever he has to lose, it doesn't matter. As long as his home and his people are protected, that's all that matters. Even if he has to give up his own life, which I cannot understand. A bunch of strangers come into my homeland and I don't know what's pretty much going on, and you try to tell us that we have to serve you? No, I'm not having that. Especially if my uncle is pretty much one of the lords of the land, and he could also be passing this down to me, which I can be in a leader in the sense. Excuse me, that's my phone for a notification. I could be in a leader in the sense because when he goes on, and it's my turn, I want to be able to protect my people because it's in my right. It's within my family ties. So you're going to be balancing in the game as far as playing as the samurai or the ghost. Preferably me. I'm going to be playing as both. I think in day I'm going to be samurai, and at night I'm going to be the ghost, because obviously at night, if you're the ghost, you're doing this dishonorable things, but you're also learning new tactics as far as like stealth and different types of combat. And with Jin, he wants the Mongolians to fear him, which is the whole just about what being a ghost is. So you use that fear in your enemy. Now, it's not going to be how you can take all of them out at one time, but it's just if you take out a few, you take out some here and there, have them fear you so you can have them go back to whoever their leader is or whoever their general is. Let them know that I'm coming, and let them know that I'm coming for Kodokan, because it's not right. You shouldn't have done this, and now I'm going to make you pay. So I've been waiting for a game like this my whole entire life, ever since I was a kid. And I believe that Sucker Punch is pretty much the underdog in this, and I think this game will change their position as not being one of like the most highest gaming companies, or gaming production company, or company that is like at the high tier of like other companies such as Naughty Dog and Square Enix and others. So for this will definitely put them on the map where they belong. I feel as though that they are known, and that they are slightly out there. I mean, they had the series of Infamous and Sly Cooper if you guys played them back in the day. But this particular game, I think, is going to raise the bar for them. And they deserve this. And I want them to get all the hype, get all the excitement that they need, because this is one of the games that is pretty much worth it. So, yeah. And the combat in the game is very fluid so far as I've seen. The graphics are amazing. They have this dynamic weather system in the game. So there are going to be like three different regions in the game with all the 40 biomes that you can explore across the world. You get to customize Jin. You get to get upgrades. You get to get dye flowers so you can change the color of Jin's armor. You get to have a horse that you get to choose in the beginning of the game, um, that you will have to use for the rest of the game. Also, they're going to be side quest collectibles, especially with the side quests. You're going to be learning about different characters. So there's going to be a lot of like different things in this game, and it's kind of like other games that you play, like open world collecting stuff and blah 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 blah. But I think they put more into the story of like the side missions, and I think the main missions, they're gonna have like their climaxes and top moments and stuff. But I think the side quests are gonna be where you mostly learn about different characters, and you're gonna get the about the story the most about the game. And also, there's gonna be photo mode, and there's another mode. I don't want to particularly say that this is a mode, but it's kind of like a added feature. So they're gonna sorry about my phone again, but there's gonna be a feature, another feature in this game, which if you're a fan of this man of making movies, samurai movies, you pretty much know what I'm talking about. But those of you who don't know, I'm talking about the man himself, Akira Kurosawa. So Akira Kurosawa made like some samurai movies back in like the 1950s, or probably even earlier than that. Sorry if I didn't do my whole research. But in this game, they're making a tribute of like the old Akira Kurosawa movies where they have like the black and white filter. So, and especially with samurai movies, if you watch samurai movies back then, which I recently just watched Seven Samurai, which is a great movie, by the way. You should watch it if you never watched it before. But they actually have this feature with it. It has like a Kurosawa mode, which is the black and white filter, and you get to play, through the game, because obviously, because it's gonna feel like an old samurai movie. So yeah, this, like I said, this is one of my most anticipated games that I've been waiting for a long time, and I won't be looking at reviews, or hopefully I haven't been spoiled yet of any of the game, which I'm very proud of myself. But I'm not going to be looking at reviews because I don't really care about reviews. I'm not going to pay attention to any spoilers. Good thing this game didn't get leaked as well. Is there anything else about this game that I can talk about? So I talked about combat, story, blah 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 blah, photo mode. Hopefully they have a new game plus. They won't probably do it right directly, by the way, but I think they'll do it down the line, because other action adventure games nowadays are getting new game pluses. And also this game, when the PS5 comes out, so when the PS5 comes out, this game you don't have to purchase again if you already have your PS4. You could just download it onto your PS5 and play it from there. Again, hopefully it stops, because I'm about to wrap this up anyway. So I will be playing that on my PS5 as well. I don't know if there's going to be a difference in like the graphics or anything else like that, but I'm going to be playing this. I'm probably going to be playing this game for like numerous times, especially since this has been a game that I've been waiting for like pretty much half of my life. So yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about. This is pretty much a game I've been waiting for a long, 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 long time, and I can't wait to play it. Sucks I can't stream it because my situation as far as like streaming and internet and stuff. But when I do have the time, I will play this game again, and I will have this game on my channel. I do have some more content coming up. I might actually give my review after I play the game, but I'll have some more content for this channel soon. I just wanted to talk about it, because I've been waiting for it. But thank you guys for watching this video. You guys already know what you got to do. Like the video, share, subscribe to the channel, comment down below what you like about this video, what you didn't like about, what I can improve on. Get them likes up. If I already didn't say get them likes up. And whatever else you got to do, do it because I'm trying to get up there, just as much as other YouTubers get more subscribers and all that stuff, get well known, you know. So because I am a part of like entertainment now in sort of a way since I am doing YouTube and also like a pro wrestler as well. If you didn't know that, by the way. But thanks anyway, guys, and I hope you guys have a great, well, and outstanding rest of the day. Standing rest of the day, excuse me. And I'll see you guys later, and I'll talk to you later. So peace.